A lot of people think that autumn is the end of the gardening year, but for me, it's becoming the beginning of next year. Jobs I do in autumn make spring better, whether that's working on the veg patch, looking after the lawn, or looking after the chickens. So here's what I'll be doing over the course of autumn that will hopefully make my next year even better. First up, I'll be putting broad beans and green manure down the allotment. Broad beans are really great for fixing nitrogen in soil, so they'll be really helping to feed next year's crops. Not only that, they'll give me a nice early crop of beans in May. And green manure will also be helping next year by making sure that it covers over the bare soil so we don't get soil erosion and hopefully starve out some of the weeds. But also once it's done, I can dig it into the soil as organic matter. And down the allotment, I'll also be putting in some garlic and onions, and I'll overwinter them. And hopefully by putting them in now before the cold weather really hits, that means I'll be getting some decent sized bulbs and a really good early crop next year. And this is the first year I've also ordered bulbs in from Thompson & Morgan. I've added some affiliate links down below. If you do want to buy any through those, it'll be really great and help the channel out no end. And all of the work I'm doing, I'm putting on my website, and I'll put some links below. So please come along. It's got some great hints and tips on how to overwinter plants and get ready for next year. Here at home, I'll be focusing on my kitchen garden, which comprises of some veg patches and my greenhouse. To aid growing next year, I'll be mulching my veg patch with some fresh compost, which will hopefully also keep a lot of the weeds down next year. In the greenhouse, I'll be growing some lettuce and some spinach, which should hopefully overwinter really well in there with the help of a little bit of fleece as well. That way, hopefully I'll still continue to get some fresh produce out of my garden through those cold months. I've also got some hints and tips on how to grow food over winter on my website, and I'll drop those links down below as well. Important to look after my chickens as we move towards the colder months. In particular, I have to think about ventilation because that has a big impact on condensation within the coop. So I need to make sure I'm sorting the ventilation out. I also want to take this time to have a deep clean of their chicken coop because it's not going to be nice to do this as the weather starts to turn. I do have an Estera coop which they're kind enough to send to me, which is a dream to clean out. So I'm really looking forward to making sure they're ready for the winter months. My next video will be on the Aspen 6 from Estera because again they were absolutely kind enough to send that across to me. So that will be the first look and I'll take you through some of the features of that coop. The quality of my lawn next year will be set by what I do in autumn. And because I do have 3 dogs, it does get scorched quite often. So I will be looking after that. It's the first time I've really spent time on the lawn. So I'll take you through as I learn what I'm doing and share my journey with you. Here in the Woodland Garden, I'm aiming to build a shaded area that gets us out of the pretty hot weather that we're getting now during the summer. It's an area that I want to be lush with plants, and as we move into autumn, this is the time that I'll be adding more mulch and also hoping to put in some more plants so they can establish over the colder months. So that's my plan for autumn. I'll be getting down the allotment to try and improve that soil with some broad beans and some green manure. But I'll also be planting out some onions and garlic to make sure that I have some crops earlier in the year. I'll be making use of my greenhouse for some salads over those colder months. And here in my woodland garden, I'll be hoping to create a nice space ready for use next year. And let's not forget what we need to do to keep our livestock healthy, making sure we're cleaning them out before the weather turns pretty horrible. It'd be great to hear what you have planned for autumn. Please drop a comment below and like this video. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you next time.